You guys click that link today because you want to see about for sale by owner pricing and what the best options are out there for you to get your home priced before you try to list it on your own. This is another video in a series of videos teaching people how to sell their house on their own if they want to, at least helping them with some pitfalls and giving them some ideas to think about. Stay tuned to the end and you're going to get all kinds of information. Hey guys, I'm James Dean, team leader of the James D. Mountain Homes team. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Just really quick before we get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to make sure if you haven't done so already, hit that subscription button down below, hit that notification bell. That keeps you updated on all the new videos that we have coming out weekly. We've got several that come out each week on this channel, so please stay up to date with that. Also, if you've got any questions whatsoever that are real estate related or just in the community, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and give us a call. You can either call us at 719-266-2725. You can text us to that number as well, or you can email us at info@jdmret.net. Please, whatever you got to do to get those questions to us, please ask. We're here to help. We're here to provide value to you and helping you make informed decisions, whether you're looking to buy or sell real estate or just typical questions for the community out here. We are local experts in this area and we love this area. So please reach out to us, and we hope you guys enjoy this video. So now we're coming up to the biggest question that most folks have when they're trying to sell their home, and that's pricing.
Yes.
That's a huge one. Without knowing what to price your home for, it really makes it difficult to price it at all. And before we get into recommendations that we have for you to be able to go out there and price your house, and we're going to talk about some of the things that we utilize as real estate agents to actually price our clients' homes as well, so you can know and understand that. I want to explain really quick why it is so important to get priced right the first time. So we live in a day and age where folks have information at their fingertips all over the place. And on top of that, you've got things like Zillow that have Zestimates and all of these automated systems. What's your experience so far, Josie, on how accurate those can be?
They're not accurate, actually.
Every now and then
and they're everywhere. Sometimes you do catch one that's accurate, but you can't depend on it for sure.
Yep, and it's a lot of that's because it's not a human that's actually factoring it in. And real estate there's a lot of personal options and different things that can come into real estate that make it very dynamic. Measuring one 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage house isn't the same as the next one down the street. They might be completely different. One might be falling apart. One might have had a massive flood in it, and the automations don't know that at all. So, and a quick story on these two. Don't expect to use those. You can absolutely try to use those. We do not recommend using those as a benchmark. I've seen those estimates change overnight as we put a house on the market, and it's changed up to $100,000 of value as well. So just know and understand those are good for keeping a pulse on what's happening with the market, if it's going up or down. But especially if you've got a unique place like a log home in a place that doesn't have a lot of log homes nearby, log homes are priced differently than other homes. So it's kind of hard to kind of get that on this estimate. But when you price a house too high, what have you seen typically happen when it gets placed out there in the market and it's too high?
Well, it's going to sit on the market for a while, and I think people begin to get concerned that there's something wrong with the home, and so it doesn't do the seller any good if you start too high, and eventually you're going to have to come down if you want the home to sell.
Yeah, because no matter how much you think the house is worth, or even we do, you're looking at what the market thinks. So you can think your house is worth $5 million, and the market thinks it's only worth $500,000. Nobody's going to buy it for $5 million out there too. So it's having that pulse in the market and what's happening in the market that can really help you understand where your house will actually value at. And Josie brings a great point with once you get it out there and it's high and people are going to start to see it come down. They're going to think that something is potentially wrong with it, and they're going to start asking questions. We get asked that all the time. What's going on with this house? Why is it coming down in price? Is there something wrong with it? Not necessarily. There might be, but it might not be too. It might just be they priced it way too high. Another thing that I've seen happen, and I advise our clients on quite a bit, is when a house gets first put up for sale, there's a pool of buyers that are out there. And that pool is typically larger than if it were, to be priced too high and then come down later. You lose the impact of just hitting all those people at the same time. as well. So, which is another thing to think about. What happens when you price it too low?
Well, you may get a lot of offers on it.
Yeah.
I have a lot to deal with. That'd be awesome. But then you end up not getting as much money for it as you could potentially. You end up losing money in the end.
Yeah, potentially. And we did come from a time, a couple years ago, that was a strategy that a lot of people use. Some people still try to use that strategy to try to cause a bidding war. I don't advise my clients on doing that either, and I know Josie doesn't either, because it's just not guaranteed. Nobody's going to guarantee a bidding war on anything, and it's going to be difficult to try to raise the price if you didn't get the offer you wanted to on there based on what you thought the market was going to say before on there too. And I think it could have the same effect it does from a large or too high of a price on there and having it actually come down. People might think if it's priced too low, what's wrong with this house on there as well, or it's not to the quite the same standards on there also. So, and it provides a massive amount of work for you too. So really kind of hitting that median is what's important a lot. So Josie, talk us through really quick. You've got a house that you're going to do evaluation on there. So how do you go through your comparable market analysis or your broker's price opinion on a home?
Yeah, one of the first things that I do is I start looking at homes that are in the area of that home that we want to price. We look to see square footage is one of the first things. We try to find ones that are comparable in square footage and location. And so we really just try to find homes that are as similar to the home that we're pricing as possible, and we begin to look at the price per square foot, and then ultimately want to get into the home that we are trying to price so that we can see the condition of the home and what that looks like inside and where that would fall. We usually give a range of a low price to a high price, and then once we get in there, we're able to give a pinpoint, a more accurate estimate on that home.
Yeah, and some homes are easier to do than others.
It's tough. It's tough because homes, especially in the Teller County area, are so different from one another. And so it is challenging to find homes that are similar to each other. Yeah,
and sometimes you might be in a place, it does have a cookie cutter style home that might be a little bit more similar. You can find stuff that'll pop up with, but even like in times of lower inventory that are out there, like right now, it can make it difficult sometimes to kind of find those. Appraisers go through the same issues that we do sometimes as we're looking through this process. The benefit we get is we do it all the time because we're doing it constantly for our clients through either buying or selling as well. So, and with the square footage, we're also looking at the type of home. So a ranch style to a ranch style, or a 2-story to a 2-story. Bedrooms, bathrooms, garages. And if we don't find things that are similar to that, then we're starting to kind of interpolate what that value is going to be for a detached 2-car garage if the other one doesn't have it as well, or the one that has hardwood floors and the one that has carpet in there too. So there's a lot of things that kind of come into place on that. And we utilize a tool that kind of puts everything together on one piece of paper so somebody could see it, because you can get all kinds of crazy little publications and stuff that come out with a lot of words in it that, in my mind, on a CMA just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. People want to see data as it kind of comes out. So, but CMAs also provide some insight for that pricing point on what's happening on the market, right?
Right.
So what have you seen happen with that?
Well, it lets you know, if a home has been on the market for too long, because you can see how many days it's been on the market. Okay, this one's probably priced too high. And so it gives you a great comparison, because if it's too high, it'll help you price the home that you're getting ready to help your seller sell, hopefully.
Exactly. And in a market like today, we're not quite in a buyer's market. We're also not quite balanced. We're still technically in a seller's market, but the way it's slowed down, we're still competing with other for sales out there, or other people that are selling homes. So what's one of the things you tell your folks about competition? Like you can either do what?
Well, we talk a lot about, we want to either push someone towards someone else's home or bring them towards ours. So we really want that price range to be done well in comparison to their home, because if it's too high, we're going to push it to the other home that's for sale that's on the market right now, because that's who we're competing with, and they're looking at the same kind of home, so they might go with that one if it's better priced than the one that we're trying to price.
Yep, and that's a conversation and a real hard thing to kind of do, especially as an owner. So just remember your emotion that goes through. It's been your home, it's been your house. Possibly your family's growing up in this house as well. There's a lot of emotion that goes to that, and there's a price that goes with that as well. So definitely something to be careful of, because you don't want to have that influence your price. We want to be where the market says the house is worth if you're going to sell it on your own. So some other things that we also look at too, so our average days on market to kind of give us an assessment of what we should expect to see coming in as well, right? So what's some of the stuff for an average price home that you use as we go through this, as far as like how many showings and then like how long it's been on the market?
And one of the things we look at to determine once we get a price set is how long that home has been on the market. So once it's been on the market for say 21 days, and we pick 21 because that's about the average time on market for an average priced home. Mm-hmm. So we look at that, and if it's been on the market for more than 21 days, then the market's telling us that the home is probably too high priced. So we begin to look at bringing it down, usually 3 to 5%. Same thing if we get 15 showings without any offers. Mm-hmm. We know we've had a lot of people in there and no offers. So again, that's also saying that the home is priced too high. Yeah. And so we begin to look at bringing it down, usually significant enough to pull in that initial set of buyers that might have just passed it by because it was too high priced.
And that's key, because once you lose out on that first pool when you first put it out there, if you don't bring those folks back in, you're just basically just waiting for new buyers to come on the market and look at it as well. Right. So really, really important when you're going through that too. So some tools you can use as a for sale by owner to actually price your home. You've got tools at your fingertips that you can use. I would never recommend using Zestimate to price your home, but you can absolutely try to find homes that have sold recently within your neighborhood that might be good comparables to give you that good idea. Redfin, you can do the same thing with that, or Realtor.com too. Those are tools you could absolutely use to be able to do that. You could even use us if you really want to use us to find a value in a home. We'll help you out with that for sure. And that's no cost. We'll absolutely help you out with that process on there too, just to give that third party opinion that could actually help you in a lot of ways too. So anything else you want to talk about on pricing, or do you think we got it pretty much nailed for this?
That covers most of it. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll probably hit small tidbits here and there as we kind of go through, but yeah, that's the big one that I think all of you are looking at is pricing, because before you even want to try to sell your house, you at least want to know what you're going to get out of it too through that process as well. So hope you guys stay tuned, watch our next video that's going to be coming out for the next step in the for sale by owner process. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that video. And once again, before you sign off, make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell down below. That will keep you updated on all the new videos that we have come out that are here to inform you and help keep you updated on what's happening here, both in the community and in real estate as well. And once again, too, if you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to give us a call, 719-266-2725. You can text us at that number as well, or you can email us at info@jdmret.net, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible to answer all of those questions. We're here to serve you, and we look forward to helping you soon.